In today's video, you're going to get to see a beautiful Grand Marquis station wagon. Hello everybody and welcome to Classic Car ChitChat. My name is Kevin. I'm thrilled you're joining me today. Today I have the pleasure of introducing you to a gentleman. His name is Tom. You've met Tom before. He has a beautiful Ford LTD. Today he came along all the way from sunny London, Ontario with his 1988 Mercury Grand Marquis. This is the Colony Park station wagon. This car is beautiful and it's big. It's got a 302 engine in it, which actually is a Mustang engine, 5 liters. He's owned it for about 10 years. He discovered it in the US, brought it over with him. It's all original. It's got 68,000 miles. However, Tom did add a beautiful set of rims and an exhaust system. So without further ado, let's hop in, let's go for a drive, and let's check out this beautiful 1988 Mercury Grand Marquis Colony Park station wagon. All right, Tom, rev the engine for me, sir. Wow, what a rich sound. Does the horn work? Can you honk the horn? Beautiful, turn her off. Okay. Tom, the sound of that engine is beautiful. Tell me what you have here, sir.
It's a 302 engine. I've been told it's a Mustang engine.
Really?
But the plenum is reversed on these from the Mustang.
Okay.
But it's a factory engine.
So it's the same engine?
Same engine, but they've reversed the plenum on it for the air conditioning and stuff in it.
So that's a 5-liter V8 engine?
5-liter V8, yep.
Okay, and tell me, this is what year again?
It's a 1988 Grand Marquis wagon, Colony Park wagon.
This is something else.
Yeah,
How long have you had this car?
I've had this car since, I think, 2014. I bought it in an estate sale down in Minnesota. An old guy had it down there. He had a bunch of cars in his garage, and I grabbed this one here at the auction. It's got 68,000 original miles on it.
That's it?
That's it.
Wow.
The body, the car is completely original.
No modifications?
Nothing. All I've done to it is I put the wheels on it. I put a stainless steel exhaust system front to back with headers on it.
Yeah.
Which I had to remove the air conditioning unit so I get the headers in.
Oh, otherwise it wouldn't fit,
So there's no air conditioning on it now.
Not enough space to work around?
Well, it's just, they couldn't get the headers in, and I had to change the starter to a small starter. Put the high torque starter on it to make the room.
Look at the size of this thing.
And the wood grain is all original. It's got some spots on it where it's peeling and flaking and cracking, and the white spots on that. But
actually, how did they apply this stuff?
It's just MacTac.
Is that what it is? Really?
It's just it's like they do with the wrap. They do it with water. Put on water and squeegee it on.
Oh my God. Well, probably a little bit better than the stuff we used to put on our shelves.
Well, even the condition this is in, I'm surprised because they're usually badly faded and cracked.
Yeah.
Like this one's got cracking on here, like this here, where it's cracking on the seams. But I have a friend of mine that does airbrushing. He's going to clean them down a bit, and he's going to airbrush the color back into them.
But that's so minor.
Yeah, it's very minor. It's a lot easier than taking the stuff off and trying to rewrap it. I'll never get it the same. So.
Now, this is your daily driver?
This is my work. This is my work car.
This is your work car, because you got the LTD as your daily driver.
I do renovations, and I've had 20 sheets of drywall in the back of this car with a load of lumber in it.
No way. A 4x8 sheet?
4x8 sheets fit in this car. I have to leave the tailgate down, but they only stick out about 3 inches onto the inside edge of the tailgate.
There are bumper stickers, and then there are bumper stickers. This is priceless.
You know, I've had people stop me in the parking lots and come over and look at the car and say, "Can I take a picture of that?" And I say, "Yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to take a picture of the car." And they'll take a picture of the sticker.
Of course.
They don't care about the car.
No, they don't.
They like the sticker. And yes, I don't give a shit.
Well, why should you? Hey. So this is the Grand Marquis GS version.
Yes.
Was there another version of this?
Yeah, there's an LS, I think, and the GS. This is just the basic, the bottom one, eh?
So the GS is kind of like
I used to have the identical car in a 1990, and it was pretty beat up because I drove it for a lot of years, and it was my work car, and it was the LS. It had plush velour interior in it. It was a beautiful car. I'm still kicking myself for not saving it and taking the parts.
Right.
Because there's so many parts I could have used.
Probably, yeah.
Even the motor and tranny were good in. I could have kept those too.
So Tom, you prefer the station wagon? You prefer the old Ford? You're not really a pickup truck kind of guy?
No.
Like the F-150 doesn't do it?
I can get probably more in this than a guy can get in a pickup truck, other than the height.
Yeah, okay.
But space-wise, I've got, you know, like I said, I got the 2 side doors to access my tools. I got the back door.
Even the height off the ground is something, right? Like it's got.
Well,
really
I
good
did the
clearance.
17-inch tires on it. That made a difference too, eh?
What were the originals?
They're 15s.
15.
Yep.
Wow. Even for something this size.
Yep.
Look
And
at
I
the
have
roof rack.
Woody's in my windshield there.
Oh yes, you gotta have the old Woody.
Got to have
There
Woody
it
in
is.
there. So
So basically, whenever you're driving, you've got a Woody on you, so to speak.
Yep. And my shithead's in the back.
Priceless.
He's my passenger.
Yes, he is.
So,
Doesn't talk back either, which is kind of nice sometimes.
but
Let me have a look at your engine first.
I had the
sir. I'm
windows
curious.
tinted also.
It looks
so.
amazing.
Would you want me to start?
The engine.
Oh, look
I
at
just
the
want to
engine.
see what you got there.
Okay, now
The 5-liter Mustang.
Now this is disgusting under here. The car, all the years it was stored, not being used, the mice got into it.
Oh, really? Okay. Let's
So it didn't damage any of the wiring or nothing, but they did get the insulation pad.
see. All right.
So I'm still trying to track one down, but they're very hard to find. I'm gonna have to probably get one off a different vehicle and make it work.
And
The
this is
motors-
why you're thinking you wish you kept your other one, right?
Yeah,
Just for
all the
parts.
parts I had on were excellent. And this thing's not the cleanest in the engine.
Hey, but it's your work truck vehicle.
Well,
I
I've had
should
a lot.
say.
I've been doing work on it. When I got the car, it had 43,000 on it, but the guy never had any antifreeze in it. It was just
Why?
water in it, because he never drove it, and it was,
Oh, I see.
you know, so it always had water. It may have antifreeze at one point in its life at the beginning, but the engine was so cruddy inside. I've had this engine flushed 5 times now. I had to do the water pump on it just last couple weeks ago, and I cleaned it out and had it flushed again, but it's still got rusty, sludgy water in it.
Yeah.
But I got antifreeze in it now, but it's cleaning it up. It's running a little better than it was.
And no problems with keeping her cool in our hot summers and that?
No.
She works
Well, the
beautifully?
heater core is not hooked up either. I bypassed the heater core because it was all full of crap, and I haven't got a new heater core yet.
Okay.
I got to pull the dash out to do it, so
Oh, really?
I've been
It's a
kind
bit
of
of work,
holding off
okay.
on that. It's a lot of work.
What is this canister here?
That's an air canister. It's for the air, for like vacuum line stuff. It's a
right.
vacuum canister. It's like the old school. The old cars used to have the big cans in them.
Yeah.
They still had them in this one here.
Oh, my God.
So, but like I say, it's a
Amazing.
302 Mustang, but on the Mustang, the plenum is reversed. So the
Right.
breather's on this side,
Okay.
because this here had all the air conditioning stuff here,
Got
right?
it. Yeah.
So they
Which
switched.
you yanked out just to
Yeah.
kind of get more space in there.
That battery's disgusting too. I got clean. I didn't realize the inside was so bad.
It's called patina,
Yeah,
Tom.
it
You
needs-
pay extra for
Needs a good bath.
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. But my, oh my. It's
She-
amazing what...
she's got quirky little problems with the car still.
Well, so do you.
Yeah. But you know,
Let's be honest.
For 68,000 miles, all the sitting the car did, it's the worst thing for the car is to sit, eh?
definitely.
So it's been a work in progress, trying to get all the little bugs out of it and
My
problems from
God.
sitting. But
She's elegant though.
yeah, I love driving. I actually love this just as much as driving the LTD.
Right.
You know, I cruise
You're
in this
spoiled.
thing.
You're spoiled for choice, right? Because
yeah.
the LTD was the
But,
one of the
way I drive the
smoothest
LTD,
rides.
I just cruise slowly and nicely in it and relax it. I do the same thing with this, other than when I'm at work. When I'm at work, I drive it like a sports car. I rally around because I got to get A to B fast. So
Oh, now here's a question.
what's that?
Do these actually light up?
Yeah, they actually light up.
And
yeah.
this was in the base model.
Yeah, they're all like that. All the wagons were like that. They all had
Wow.
that on.
It is very, very cool. Can you open the tailgate here?
Yep. But if you notice even the frame on the car, the original frame, it's all original paint on the frames.
And it's an amazing
And it's
condition.
never had, there's no rust in this car anywhere.
Nothing at all.
It hasn't had its first rust yet. These are all, even the wheel well lips here, like they're all original. There's no rust. The car is clean.
Amazing, amazing. Wow. Well, yeah, as you said, it was just sort of sitting there for so long.
This spoiler here
Yeah.
is the only piece that I still have that came off my other wagon.
Oh, is that right?
Because this one only had they only came to the side and they had little tips on them. They stopped here. They didn't have the wing on it.
Got the little extension.
So I took this off the other wagon, put it on here.
So that was an option that was available to get that.
Well, on the roof rack, they came with this or without it on the roof rack.
okay.
They used to have little tabs on here. If you notice,
Just
the
to
wood
close
grain
it
is
off.
slightly different colored.
Yeah.
And I took it off the back here because it was pretty peeling and shit. So I just left the chrome on it.
Well, it makes it more aerodynamic.
Yeah. Yep.
Better fuel
No,
efficiency.
no,
Whatever.
The door here is something that is quite different too. You put the windows
I
down,
love that.
and this door will open this way,
Yes.
like that, or you can close it and you can open this
Get
way.
out of town.
So for renovating, like that's what I say, I put the seat down, drywall will fit right in there, smooth as can be, sits to about here in length.
That is
The
cool.
drywall sits right here. So I've had like 10, 20 sheets of drywall with a load of lumber in this car.
Let me get a feel for the mechanism here.
It's a double hinge.
Very, very cool.
Yep.
So
But they
that
were-
hinge
Yep.
grabs a hold
That
of that.
grabs that and then swings out as a door.
Amazing.
So.
That is so
But
practical.
you can tell I use it for work truck.
You
It's
certainly
pretty
do.
scuffed up in the back.
You
so.
know, but look, even with the side stuff
Yep.
here, you still have a ton of space.
Yeah, well, and I got the two troughs on there for stuff I can put up there, and I got this one here. This here opens up here, and you've got
Extra
storage in there.
yeah. Oh, you can get a lot of
Get a
storage.
lot of stuff in there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Heck, even the oil can is sideways.
Yep.
My God. And the back seats fold down.
Back seat goes right down, and then my tarp here just extends over and wraps around the seat, so I have the full length of the
Right.
car, and that way I have my side doors for accessing my tools, and
So
the back
your
door.
spare tire fits here.
It's
does it?
inside here, yeah.
Okay,
it's
so you
inside,
move the panel.
inside the
and-
wheel well.
So not underneath or anything.
No,
Wow.
the original tire is still in the back there, and the jack and everything. It's never been out of the car, as far as I can tell.
This is lovely,
So,
Tom. Like this is absolutely a joy.
But it should be good for another 20 years.
Of course.
I pulled most of my tools out, but it's
My
still
God,
got.
though, it's lovely. Like
Right.
it really is nice.
But I can show you the back seat here, how it goes down here. You just get this here. You just push the button right here on the inside here. You push the button in, and this comes right forward like that, and
Very
that folds
cool.
down.
Oh wow! So you actually close that gap
and
in
this
between.
locks right down. Then I have a full size,
Nice.
like a pickup truck in the back,
Very nice.
and I just wrap the tarp around the seat.
Got it.
So
They've really thought this through, haven't they?
oh yeah.
Very clever design.
Well,
So,
and in
I
the
have
back,
a question though.
they also have in here
Yeah.
under there.
Oh, more storage.
Flips up both sides, and
Yes.
some of them. This one is the GS. My LS one had the two seats in the back.
I was going to ask you
The
that.
fold-up pup
Okay,
seats
so you
for-
actually have
yeah.
real seats
Yeah,
as well.
this one's got the setup for it, just doesn't have the seats.
Okay, so technically could be an 8-passenger or
yeah.
9 even
Yeah.
if you can get 3 in a row.
Yeah. Very
Wow,
roomy
very,
car.
very cool. Very cool. Because my old Ford Taurus wagon
Yep.
used to have the additional row of seats in the back, and it was just convenient.
And suspension on this too. I put, because I do use it for drywall and work truck and that, it's very, very heavy suspension in the car. Because I put, like, it's very stiff, rigid car.
Okay.
I put shocks, new shocks on it, but the shocks I have on are for the same as they use on the police interceptor cars.
Right. It's a little bit.
The shaft on them is about 3/4 of an inch in diameter, the shaft.
Got it.
Instead of the small shaft like a regular shock.
Okay.
So they're very heavy duty, but it's a very smooth ride on the highway. But in the city, you feel every bump.
Okay.
Very,
yeah, but you're
very,
right.
very
On the
stiff.
highway, you're cruising along.
Just floats down the road,
yeah. So the ride is a little bit different than your LTD.
Oh yeah, in the city.
In the city.
On the highway, it's the same.
But it was interesting. As you kind of drove around me the first time, just the engine was so smooth running. Like, it was beautiful.
Well, it's still not running the way it should. It could be a lot better. Like I say, it's been all the years it's sat, and it's got so many problems with it from sitting so long. So
you still have
I still have some work to do on it.
yeah.
So.
Oh, she's just beautiful.
And the transmission, I had to have it all adjusted up on the kick down that, because when I used to drive it, about 2 months ago, up to 2 months ago,
Yes.
when they're driving it and it would shift into through the gears, when it got into the high gear, the engine just boom, 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 boom. And you put the gas, it would sputter, boom, 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 it wouldn't go.
Right.
So I had to kick down, adjust on, and had more pressure put into the transmission to kick that out.
Okay.
But it still does it every now and again.
Yes.
Just not enough pressure on it, and like I say, the motor's been sitting so long, it's still being broken in again.
Now, how efficient is the car? Like, if it's the same motor as the Mustang, which is much smaller, lighter.
This car here, I've checked it a couple of times back and forth in London, Mississauga. This car's getting 22.5 miles to gallon.
Really?
So it's not bad. But
No,
on the highway,
it's not
I
bad.
cruise on the highway. This thing cruises along about 85, 90 mile an hour, just smooth as can be.
Yeah.
And it's still got more acceleration, just wants to go away. It's more of a highway car, really.
Definitely.
It's got a high set of gears in it, I think, and that's why it's in the city at low RPMs. It's sluggish a bit. But on
So
the
again,
highway,
now from the factory, front disc brakes,
disc brakes
rear drum.
and drums on the back, same as the LTD did.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
With duct tape.
You reupholstered. Oh.
The driver's seat was all cracked and split, so I just did that. The rest of the
Well,
seats are mint.
listen, Tom. At least you use color-coded duct tape.
Yeah, well, I'm getting them done. I'm going to get the inserts just done on the front seat, just the inserts only, in a nice dark brown or a medium brown cloth material. I'm going to do the front seats in cloth on just the inserts.
That would look actually
just
really
to
nice.
give it a little
Yes.
little more punch to it and a little more warmth in the cold weather. So.
Now, how is it in the cold weather? No problems?
I don't drive it in the cold.
Oh, you don't drive
No,
it in the cold. Okay.
This car gets put away with the LTD.
Got it.
Usually around end of October, middle of
Yes.
November, they
So
both
no
get
snow,
away.
but
They both go away. So that's why I haven't rushed with the heater core.
Right.
So, because I really don't need it. So,
Amazing.
but
It's in the back here.
because I have my 2001 Honda Accord. That's my winter car.
That is your winter car.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's got very low mileage too, and it's like brand new too. I bought it off an old man too, second owner of it also.
It's well taken care
yeah.
of, right?
I'm second owner of this, and I'm second owner of Pearl, and I'm second
Okay.
owner of my Honda.
There you go.
What are the
right?
odds?
I know, right?
And they're all mint condition cars.
And it's just meant to be sometimes
Yeah,
that you
yeah.
are the second owner of these
Well,
cars.
this is actually the 5th wagon that I've owned in my life.
Really?
So I love wagons. I used to have an old custom cruiser wagon, the Oldsmobile version of this. I done same looking car, same taillights, basically the same looking car.
Okay.
Only Oldsmobile's version, eh?
Got it. Man,
So-
she's lovely.
I had 2 of those, and I've had 2 of these. And I had what the hell was the other one? I had another one, an old wagon. I forget what it was. It was, oh yeah, Buick. I had a Buick Electra Estate wagon,
Yeah.
big woody wagon. I had that one there. I bought it, and it was good shape too, but only had 307 engine. It was like a boat anchor, eh?
Got it.
So I painted it, put new wood grain on it, and sold it.
So I got a question then. So the Mercury's called them the Grand Marquis.
Grand Marquis, yeah.
What did the Ford call it?
LTD.
The Ford LTD,
LTD wagon.
That was it.
That's the Griswold's car.
Right, okay,
That
from
was
the
an
movie,
LTE.
yes,
That's why I
classic
say,
show.
People
yes.
come up to me and say, "Oh, it's a Griswold." I says, "No, it's not. This is a Grand Marquis. This isn't a Griswold.
Yeah, this is the Mercury. Yeah.
This is the Mercury version."
My
So,
gosh.
but-
And in terms of, so you had the Grand Marquis GS, Colony Park was this particular
yeah,
vintage
yeah.
because of the wood panel? Is that why it was called that?
I don't know.
Okay.
Just what they called the car. They were all Colony Park wagons.
Right.
The wagons were all Colony Park. There was the GS and the LS, but they're still Colony Park. But even the doors, like the doors underneath, they haven't even started the first rust
There's
yet.
nothing there.
There's
Yeah.
nothing there, and I've never oiled the car. That black stuff on there, that's just road dirt.
No, I mean this car, you're right, it's going to last you another 20 years
Yeah,
longer.
yeah. Even the brake lines, when I first got the car, I took it in to be certified, and the guy's looking at it, he says, well, somebody's already replaced all the lines and all this and all this and that, brakes, everything's been replaced. I said, no, it's not, it's all original.
So how did you come across this in the U.S.? Was it
I
on
found this online on the internet.
on eBay or something?
Well, no, I was just searching, looking at cars, because my 1990 was getting so beat up. It was rusted out in the bottoms here. It was still a nice car and still ran good, but it was getting too beat up. And I seen this one on the internet, and I called up about it, did all the paperwork and all the stuff online for the down at the border and everything. I drove down in the other one,
Right.
the white one, drove down there with a friend of mine. We drove this one back, the two of them side by side down the highway coming back.
Fantastic.
And we come across the border. I was at the border for like 10 minutes.
In and out. Yeah.
In and out, because I had it all done online, eh?
That's amazing. I love it. Shall we go for a little drive?
You sure can. Yep.
Go for it. Start this beast up. So you got power windows in this thing.
Yep. Power windows. I got power seats. Well, no, the seats aren't powered. No, they're not.
The
other one was.
Yeah, okay.
That's what I say. There's so many parts I wish I'd kept.
So even in the base model, air conditioning was included, or
Yep.
was that a little
yep.
optional?
No, that was with the car. That came with the car. I don't know if it was an option or if it just came with it.
Original radio?
Yeah, this is the radio here. You got the front and
Gonna
back.
have to turn it off.
Yeah, got front and back speakers.
Yeah, okay. It works. All right.
Yep.
Lovely.
So.
Man, there's something about even the dash there, though. I mean, it's just fantastic.
Well, I did change the lights in the dash, so I put the LEDs in,
Okay,
the little flat ones, in
little
there,
brighter.
so they're blue.
Yeah. Very nice. Okay, let's do it.
You'll have to.
So we're going to go out here. Oh, smooth though, Tom. Man, you and your smooth cars. Okay, so out here at the.
I like a big car ride.
Oh gosh, yes.
But even like I say, even my little Honda Accord,
Yeah.
when I'm driving it, it feels like a big car too. Eh?
Really?
Because it's all luxury in it too. It's
Yes.
a nice little car.
Okay, we're going to turn left at these lights there, Tom.
Okay. This thing is a lot louder than Pearl was, which it's just because the difference in the engine, the big block and the small block,
Yeah.
they make a different sound. But they both have the same exhaust
Right.
on both cars, but they're totally different sounds.
Oh my God! Even the roof liner
Yep.
there is an amazing
Yeah,
condition.
I hooked it back there a couple of spots, putting stuff in the car. I got a couple of
But it's
marks in
not
it.
bad though,
No, it's still
considering for
solid.
the age of the car.
No, when I bought it.
You don't know why it's sad. Like the owner was.
The old guy, he liked his cars. He also had a 1970 Cadillac Coupe de Ville in his garage
okay.
that had 7 miles on it.
7.
Never drove the
Jesus.
thing. And he auctioned.
Oh my
I guess the
God.
old guy died, and the family sold the cars. So
Oh my God! Just think, if you're trying to get a hold of that Cadillac, what that would have been.
well, like
worth.
this car here, I paid $10,000 for this car back in 2014 when I
Right.
bought it, and it wasn't. It was, like I say, the engine wasn't running very good.
Yeah.
The fuel gauge still doesn't work. I still haven't found a sending unit for the gas tank, so I go by my odometers for my
Oh,
gas
do you really?
and how many miles I drive. So, but like I say, it's got quirky little problems with it, but they're minor problems. The back window here, I'll put it up, quiet us down a little bit.
So even that's power.
Yep.
That tinted glass is pretty cool though. Over the hill at the next lights, we're going to turn right. It's a good engine though, Tom. Like she's still got enough pick up and go.
It's still a good engine, but like I say, it needs still needs a lot of attention, eh? I've still got quirky little problems with it. It's still not 100%.
Not to where you want it.
No,
basically.
not the way. Being a Mustang engine, it should have a lot more But then again, we turn right here.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
But like I say, it's a heavy car.
Yeah.
And I think it has very high set of gears in the back, in the car itself. So it takes a lot more power to push the car.
And what is the length of this thing? It's got to be 17 and a half feet. 18
I don't
maybe?
know honestly, but it's about a foot shorter than the LTD.
LTD's longer than this?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Oh, yeah,
Seriously.
it is, yep.
And this is the Wagon.
Yeah, and this is the Wagon.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Man, you'd think this would be much larger, but that's interesting.
It's all original paint. I want to paint this one eventually. I'm going to do it in pearl white, the same as the
Yes.
LTD.
Yeah.
Because I got the wheels as close as I could to match the LTD.
But the LTD color is just
Yeah.
lovely on that car.
I
Just
love that color.
Beautiful.
Yeah. You know, when you're cruising along, it quiets
very
down.
nice, yeah.
It's a nice riding car.
It just glides, doesn't it?
And if you get on a bumpy road, it's like you're in a lumber
Little bit,
wagon,
yeah.
Because it's very stiff suspension. But at the same time, if I go around a ramp on the highway, I can hit ramps 67 mile an hour and the car just sits.
No
It doesn't
problem.
lean,
Yeah.
There's no lean to this car when you do it because of the suspension I put in.
So it's like a race car all of a sudden. It's just going to take it. And we'll turn right at these lights.
The very direct steering in this one too, same as Pearl,
Right.
Very tight
And you've
steering.
got cruise control as well.
Yep. And it actually works.
Very cool.
I don't like cruise control though. I don't like feeling out of control.
So you like to hold on to her.
I like to have the feel of the car.
But you know what, Tom? The fact that this is what you would call the base model.
Yeah,
It's got a lot of bells and whistles,
it's
right?
a very, very luxury car for a base model.
Yeah. I just happened to glance over. There's a little switch right there.
This
below
black
there.
one, the one that's
one
the
there.
tail. That's the
Oh,
tail.
that is the.
That's the
okay.
window.
Yeah.
Like, for the size of for the age of the car and the stiffness of it, there's very little noise in the car.
But there's also a lot more sound transfer because it is a station wagon, right? You're
Yep.
going to hear a lot more from the
Yep.
rear end.
Yep. But you put the windows up, and it's a lot quieter.
It is. It's a nice sound.
Yeah. Other than that little rattle back in there, and I got a squeak in this door here too in the door. I got to take the door panel off and tighten it up a bit. But for the amount of rattles and squeaks, like I've driven newer cars that rattle and squeak.
Oh, definitely.
And noises like crazy,
yeah.
you know. And this thing is very quiet for considering what it is, But I can drive up over curbs with this thing, just like the police do with theirs.
No issue, right? Yeah, they do.
That's why they put the heavy duty suspension, because if they get in a car chase, they don't know what they're in for.
That's
they go
right.
across fields and
go
everything
wherever.
else.
Yeah.
We can do on the.
Now, are you doing a lot of this tweaking yourself?
I have a guy in London, Ev Rouse Automotive.
Okay.
And he's like about 78 years old, and he's been working on Fords and old cars, classic cars, for probably 50, 60 years.
Wow, good for him.
He knows his stuff, Like.
And where's his shop in London?
He's on Francis Street in London.
Francis Street. Okay.
Yeah.
So what's next for you after this? So let's say this dies. Would you go for another station wagon like this?
This car won't die.
Oh yeah, okay. Outlive you, right?
Yeah. No, this car, I'll be driving this the day I die.
Good.
This one and the LTD.
Yeah. Thank you. Oh, it's got enough get up and go.
She gets me.
Yeah.
It gets you around traffic when you have to.
Definitely.
But we go on cruise all the time. We go down. There's underpass on Richmond Street in London and one on Wellington Road. And when I go through them, I go down really slow down the hill. As soon as I get
Is
to the
that near
bottom,
York Street?
Yeah.
Yeah,
As soon as I
okay.
get down into the tunnel,
Right.
I punch down to.
Off you go, yeah.
Do a we call phenomena.
All right.
So we're a little nuts at times.
Why not?
So, but we have fun with it.
All right, Tom. We're making this a habit now. Thank you again for bringing this beautiful
Very
car
welcome.
all the way from sunny London, Ontario, just to come and see me. I really appreciate it.